Hello, my name is Josh, and this is the Skype for Business recap. As you can tell, there is something especially different about my recording studio today, and you get to know a little bit more personal info about me. Clearly, there are at least 2 kids in this household, and yeah, I am recording from a truck. So yeah, good times. Yeah, it was just a different weekend, and I didn't get around to recording on Friday like normal. But hey, we're here. We're getting it done. Truck or no truck. It's especially interesting because, as you can tell, I'm sitting in the back seat, so I have the laptop sitting in the center console on top of a kid's drum. So yeah, that's cool, right? And then for my mouse, I've got a VeggieTales book, hardcover here, with my mouse on sitting on top, and this is how I'm controlling things. So, you know, we get creative, but we get the job done. Yeah, good times. So yeah, I just came back from a little bit more personal info. Sorry if you just want to get straight to this stuff. It's my show, so I'm gonna chat a little bit of personalness now. But I just went and got a haircut today. I was getting a little bit shaggy for my liking, and for my wife's liking, apparently. But anyway, I went and got a haircut at this barber, and I am never leaving this barber as long as I live in this area. Not only did they have beer available there, but it was complimentary. They had a little, for the waiting area, a little refrigerator with sodas and waters and beer. And I was like, sweet, can I just get a beer and add it on to my bill at the end? She's like, oh, no, that's all complimentary. Go ahead. I was like, even the beer? And yes, even the beer. So I had a shiner while I was waiting for my haircut, and I'm really looking forward to my next haircut. That'll be great. But yeah, at any rate, just good haircut experience. So, okay. Let's move on to content, and as I move into content, of course, we're going to jump over to our Infinity screen and bring this browser up here. I'm going to do not 1, but 2 shameless self-plugs today before I get into other content. It is still relevant stuff. It is still Microsoft UC centered, but again, given that it's my show, that's one of the benefits is I get to sit there and plug myself. So I talked about this last time, but we are getting closer to the date. Skype for Business user groups. Austin. If you live in Austin or San Antonio or New Braunfels or Killeen or anywhere near the Central Texas Austin area, there is now a Skype for Business user group. And we are launching this user group November 10th, only a couple weeks away. So I would like to encourage any of you in this area that are remotely interested in UC, please come attend this thing. Help us get this launched off. Flinchbot, also known as Michael Tressler in real life, but on Twitter, Flinchbot. He is from the Skype for Business user group board, and he's going to be flying down to help get this thing kicked off right. There will be free food. Okay, we're going to do some catering. Still in the air whether or not we're going with Whole Foods, because that's a local Austin deal. Or whether we're going to be doing barbecue, because that's also, that's a Texas kind of thing there, barbecue. So still up in the air, but either way for you, it's free food. So come on out, join us. There'll be good discussion. There will be good content and presentations. And we are giving away an Xbox. I mean, come on. Free food and the chance to win an Xbox? Go to this site and sign up. You can see right here we have a register now button. It costs you nothing. And that way me and Flinchbot are not having a party by ourselves at the Microsoft office launching this Skype for Business user group. Because sadly, neither one of us are eligible to win the Xbox. Only you guys can. So please, if you are in the area, join us. It'll be a good time, I promise. We'll have a good time. All right? So that's that. I'm going to include the link on the YouTube recording for this video in the description area, so you'll know exactly where to go to sign up. Again, November 10th, 3 to 6 p.m. at the Microsoft office in Austin. For those of you that are familiar with the area, look at this nice little map here. Boom, right there, close to the domain. Okay, that's where we'll be. Next plug. I talked about this last week and didn't get the video out till very recently, but the Skype for B Spotlight. I am launching a new series. This series is not on a weekly schedule or any schedule at all, actually. It is whenever I have a partner or vendor that would like to talk about their product or their tool and how it impacts and helps the Microsoft Skype for Business UC landscape. We launched this new series this last week. I did a recording with Bridge Communications, and I put them as Bridge OC in the video and said Bridge OC a couple times, but it's actually Bridge Communications. We were talking about their Bridge operator console here, all right? And the guests that I had on to talk about it were Gary Mansky and then Doug Rutledge. And I said Rutledge in the video, and that was wrong. It is Rutledge. But hey, I can't stop screwing up names just because I have a different series now, right? I gotta stay on top of that. So that is the new show. So check this out. I'll include the link. We have a couple more in the works here. The next up, I believe, that'll be happening is, if it's not the next up, it is in the works. We're going to be interviewing Pexip about their tool set. I'm sure you guys have seen them on Twitter and LinkedIn. And that should be a good interview and a very cool demonstration, overview, etc. Instead of recording with Google Hangouts like I did for this video, we'll actually be using Pexip software and their setup to record the episode. So that's going to be cool. Look for that, all right? And I'd like to thank Gary and Doug for joining me on this last one. It was a great time talking to them, seeing the Bridge Operator Console in action, and having a good chat. So, all right, done with self-plug time. Let's move on. The Skype Show next week, the 24th of October, Monday, is UC Day UK. All right, Andrew Price, an MVP, launched this thing last year, I believe. I want to say it was last year, and this, I think, is the second UC Day. But a very good collection of vendors and people having an expo floor, various talks happening throughout the day. Lots of good speakers are going to be there. And Mark Vale, those of you in this community should know his show, the Skype Show, been running for almost a year now, a monthly show that has a couple of different people on giving in-depth technical presentations. He is going to be recording live at UC Day, kind of a special episode, and interviewing people throughout the day as well. So there's going to be a lot of good people on his show and a lot of good content coming out of that. It'll allow you to keep up with what's going on there if you're like me and not able to attend from the other side of the big pond. All right, so tune in to the Skype Show for UC Day UK. Check out this page as he talks about it. Mark also gives us a very good video about UC Day here, puts the program of events. For those of us in the US, this is not a typo. This is how they spell program in the UK, all right? Let's not split hairs over this here. But they got the breakdown here of how the day is going to go. And then apparently there's also going to be a couple good giveaways here from Plantronics. Both these are Plantronics devices. And I'm not sure if there's going to be more giveaways or not, but both of those right there are worth staying involved. So check this out, tune in, watch it if you're not there. And if you are there, drop by the booth and say hi to Mark and see who he's interviewing. So have a good UC Day UK to all you guys that are getting to go. That should be a great time. Okay, next up, I want to thank the person that I saw that shared this was Michael LaMontagne, and another MVP in the Office servers and services space. The Skype for Business 2015 Protocol Workloads poster. So these got updated, and that's really cool. Let's click download here. We get a PDF version or a Visio version. I'm not going to do the Visio version here because I don't have Visio on this machine. But we're going to click next. We're going to download this if it goes well. There we go. Let's save. Let's open. Now, this is pretty cool. We got, our usual IM and presence. We've got AV and web conferencing. All the stuff is updated. Your usual good stuff here. Application sharing. Enterprise voice. This is a very good one. And as you can see, it gets quite complex here. Certificate requirements are CMS and DNS configuration. And last but not least, broadcast conferencing. So this is kind of a cool new one to have on this document. if you don't already have this poster, you need to go download it immediately. But if you did have the older version, get the new version, because there's new stuff in here, and having broadcast conferencing is from what I can see from the clients I'm talking to, is quite a relevant poster to have in your arsenal. So check that out. And Michael, thank you for sharing. We definitely appreciate that. Okay, next up, VMware. I had this, someone pointed this out to me, and I also saw it splashed around quite a bit on Twitter. And I'm not going to pretend that I am up and up on the VDI side or at all. At all. VMware or otherwise, not my thing. I haven't worked with it before. I haven't consulted on it before. And, yeah, it's just, I'm not that up and up on it. So the key takeaway here, as you can see in this main headline, is VMware and Microsoft, they're improving the Skype for Business experience for their Horizon users. So, like you can see, collaborate to enable a joint VMware Horizon and Skype for Business customers with an even better experience, improving productivity and lower costs. They give us a little overview on this video here, and then current solution versus the optimized solution. And we can see in the current solution, we've got a lot more communication happening between all the different layers. And over here, we're kind of skipping this virtualized layer, and client-to-client communication is happening. So we're, the less hops, the less steps you have for real-time media, the better the quality is going to be. So this is really not so much a super new feature or offering as it is an improved experience, but a big announcement nonetheless on the VMware side. So if this does apply to you at all, you may want to check this video out and check out this article, do a little bit more reading and get some more info on that. Again, I'm not diving deep into it because it doesn't impact me directly at this stage in my career or anything I've ever worked on, but it is worth calling out. So good stuff. Next up, Skype for Business Online Meeting Migration Tool, update 17th October. So this just got updated. 64-bit and 32-bit. Let's go ahead and click on that. The 64-bit meeting migration tool should take us on over to the actual download page for it. I don't know that there's a whole lot more going on here. I don't know what the updates are exactly, but in other words, et cetera, when you're moving people to Skype for Business Online, and meeting migration is a concern. If you've used this tool before or now are considering using the tool, knowing that it's out there, it's been updated. So get to the most recent version, use it. It tells you, of course, a little bit more about what the tool is, but I think you kind of get the gist of what it is by the name. Again, I'm not going into depth here. I just more or less wanted to call out that the tool has been updated. So make sure you're grabbing the most recent one, particularly if you're looking for different features, etc. So, yeah, there is that. Let's see. Was that the last thing I had? Yes, that was the last thing I had for today. All right, awesome. So, sorry again for being late, guys, but let me jump out of my Infinity screen here. Let's go over to my regular screen. Sorry again for being late, but I hope seeing me record in a truck was worth it. I hope there was some good content for you guys as well. And again, on the shameless plug side, I am soliciting you guys to help me grow this Skype for Business and make Skype for Business community in the local Austin area. Help us become a stronger, tighter community. Spread the word about the user group that's happening. I really want to be able to meet a lot of you in person. Hopefully get some regular attendance. Hopefully we'll all have a chance to come together, throw ideas out there, talk about what the latest is, and just spend some time having some good food and hanging out. It's a good way to get to know each other and keep each other sharp. So I hope I will see most of you there. And at the very least, Mr. Tressler, looking forward to hanging out with you. It'll be a good time. So yeah, I guess that's all I got for today. Be looking out for the next Skype for B Spotlight. If you enjoyed that format, please let me know. If you have feedback and thoughts on how to make it better, please let me know. You guys were great about helping me do better with getting this show a little bit tighter on the quality and the format, and I really appreciate that. Same thing with the Skype for B Spotlight. If you've got suggestions or know of ways that it can be made better, or that we could, a platform that'll help it be delivered in a more clean way, please throw that back my way. And at the same time, if you are a partner or a vendor and you want to showcase a particular product and talk about it with me on a show like that, reach out, let me know. We'd be happy to get it on the books and do a show. That'd be great. So thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you back here next Friday or Saturday or whatever day it is that I get it out. So thanks. Have a safe weekend. Bye. I'm sorry. That was the wrong ending. Adios.